All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first Finance Committee meeting for Union County Public Schools. Today is January 28th. It is 8 o'clock, and I call this meeting to order. First on the agenda is the approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Next is I need approval of the minutes from November the 12th, 2024. Seems like a long
So
time.
moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. First item on the agenda is budget amendments and transfers. Ms. McLean.
Yes, good morning. You have in your packet amendments for state funding. As you all will recall, I normally bring these to you once a month. As the budget year starts, we get multiple revisions from the state that impact our budget, so we record those for your approval. It's just additional funding so far that we've gotten for bonuses or, just changes in funding for, we got some not M-Class, it's read to achieve type money. So, there's not anything really major on this list. Does anybody have any questions about any of it?
So this is money we've received.
Yeah, we get about 70 revisions from the state a year. So this is through like revision maybe 50
Okay.
from where we started our beginning budget.
Gotcha.
All right, any questions? Other questions? If not, I need a motion to move to the full board.
So moved.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next up is 2025-26 budget calendar.
Yep.
Ms. McLean.
So we have, normally I will bring to you all a calendar that just kind of details out our process annually of budget preparation. I'm in the process right now of meeting with departments and gathering budget requests and or information. I have included on here a joint meeting sometime February, March with the BOCC, as well as a work session if determined needed in April for you all once it becomes your budget. So with a submission to the county of May 9th.
And Sean, in the past, you've done like a one-off or two-off with board members. Is that somewhat in the plan as well?
Correct. I will do some 2x2s, especially with finance committee prior to the superintendent submitting his budget just to get some feedback. I will bring you all a version probably at the March meeting for discussion and approval at the April board meeting.
Very good. Any questions about the budget calendar? If not, I need a motion to move to the full board.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Oops.
Next up is 24-25 Board of Education stipend increase request. Ms. McLean.
I had a request from the chairman to do a review, and I have submitted per that request a $200 a proposal that included a $200 increase for this budget year.
And just to clarify, we do have this in our current budget.
It was not a budget line on our local budget last year, but it, I will identify funds in our local budget to support this increase.
Any questions about the stipend increase? Hearing none, I need a motion to send to the full board. Hearing none, it does not pass, and they'll go back to the chair for his discretion for him to do what he wishes. Next up is sole source purchase. Ms. McLean.
Yes. So if you all will recall, when we had ESSER funds, when we were implementing, we ordered like $4 million worth of materials for CKLA to support the literacy. that contract and all of that ended, but for the schools to continue making that purchase, those purchases, especially if they're going to use federal dollars, we need a sole source letter for them to use their own funds to make those purchases. So I was going to get this one approved through this school year, and then we'll bring back another one that'll be for the whole school year next year. We just didn't realize we needed to get one of these done this year. So it'll cover all the school purchases.
Any questions from board members? Not any emotion.
What we're doing is, no, I do have a question.
Yeah.
So what we're doing here is just allowing for it to be a sole source as far as like not going out to a competitive bid and things like that, right? This is something that has been used in the past, wants to be utilized going forward.
Right. For them to
And-
buy like some of the consumables and things, if they use, like if a Title I school wants to do it, we have to have this on file for them to be able to use their Title I dollars.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Motion to approve and send to the full board.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor? Next up, informational items. First on the agenda is finance software update. Ms. McLean.
Yes, so when you all approved for us to move forward with our new software platform, I said that I would come to you on a monthly basis to give you an update. Currently, we are in the process of, we've been having weekly meetings. We have the technology team on with us as well as the HR team. We're meeting with our project manager with our software vendor with Sylogist Ed. We're currently working on, we're setting up some of our users, starting to test the platform a little bit. We're working on our vendor file and bringing information from our current Munis platform as well as our Sunpack platform to try to bring all that together to give them a file. So we're working on some of the data imports right now. Technology is currently working to bring, getting all of the, like, there's a lot of technical terms, right? But all of the language and all of the specs that they need to bridge some of the things that we're currently doing as we move away from HRMS. They use a lot of the data out of HRMS with the employee data to generate email addresses, to shut down email addresses. It links up to a lot of the things that happen in the background. So it helps to automate some things. So they're working on getting all that automation language and rebuilding some of that to meet up with what we're currently doing. So at this point, we are starting the beginning phases. I have requested our production API key from DPI so that we can start once we get some of our data loaded. HR is in the process right now of working on their employee workflows. We've been working together on what those look like from hire to, making your first payment and all the in-betweens that go with those approvals and forms. So they're working on some of that. They've got, we've got some more dates. I don't have the date though. We'll probably go on some of the, to some of the districts that are currently farther along in the process just to see what they're doing. We're sharing information that way too, so that we're between districts, we're kind of getting some lessons learned so that we can keep moving forward. So everything's going pretty well right now.
Next is
Sean,
state
have we
budget
identified? I'm sorry, I have some questions. Have we identified a project manager on our side?
Yes, I have a staff member in finance that has experience in payroll, benefits, accounting, works with the HR team now, that will be our primary point of contact to help organize, make sure we're hitting all of our deadlines, working cross-functionally between departments to schedule meetings, and to make sure that because we're having follow-up. So if we have a meeting once a week with our PM with Sylogist, then after that meeting, we talk about what where we're at, what point we need to hit for the next week. So she's agreed to take that on and keep us up a calendar. And since she really knows how all of it works as well, so she's going to do that for us.
So can I request, like, for our next meeting and subsequent meetings until we're live, can we get like some kind of a status? Give me a one pager that shows kind of what we've accomplished, where like, I'd
Like
love
where
to see
we
an
are in our
overall timeline.
Because, yeah,
Exactly.
we have a working document. So yeah, I'll do that.
So what we've accomplished, what we have upcoming, and like any risks or issues called out. When is our drop dead date? Like, when do we have to be live?
July 1,
July 1?
July 1. Mhm.
Okay. So we got a lot to do between now and then, right? So I'd just love, and I'm not looking for like a full status report,
Oh, yeah.
just like a one pager on kind of where we are and if there's any issues or risks in hitting it.
Sure.
And so I know I shouldn't say we had, but there was a PowerSchool data breach. How secure is this site? Like, have we gone through security protocols? Do we know kind of what their security audit situation looks like?
Yeah, I know Jay is having a lot of those conversations and working with their team and asking those questions so that we can ensure from our side that we feel comfortable with how that whole process works. Because, I mean,
Okay.
we're all in the cloud now, so, the day
Well, and
we
this is a lot more sensitive information, right? In
is.
this application than in
And
PowerSchool.
the day we went from not having the black box over here in my data room that I traded out the tapes with was a hard day for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
I know it couldn't get out. So yes, we're very sensitive to that.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
All right, next up is state budget update.
So I don't have a lot of information, but I wanted to talk to you and tell you that I don't have a lot of information at this point. With the state long session, we really haven't heard a whole lot. I don't have a lot of indication on what potential increases there might be. So I'm probably going to build the budget with a 3 to 5% increase in multiple things, salaries, benefits, those kind of things. The last we heard, we know that the state health plan is in a deficit right now, so I'm not sure what kind of impact that might have. It could impact, members of the state health plan. It could impact employers. It might be both. So I'm hoping I will be in Greensboro week after next for our annual conference with NC ASBO. And normally we get some type of state update, but I'm not sure that there's been much information coming out yet. Still a little early, but I just kind of wanted to let you know that I'll be building something into the budget because we know there will be some potential, but I just don't know what it might be yet.
And this is about normal, is it not?
It is. I mean, used to when we would go in February, we would get a planning allotment from DPI. Those years have been probably 10 plus since we've had those days of being able to get a planning budget when we went.
All right, very good. Any questions or comments from board members? Hearing none, our next meeting is February 25th, 2025. Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.